Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Joy of Puzzles. I have for you today a continuation of the Disney Villainous Collection. This one is Prince John, and it was published in 2020 by Ravensburger. Ravensburger has been around since 1883, originally founded in Germany, and they released their first board game in 1884. For the next 3 generations, they focused on educational publications and games, and they didn't get into the jigsaw world until 1960. As you would expect, a company that old, that's been around, and they are quite big. They are a $60 million company with over 2,000 employees around the world, most of which are located in Europe. Now, the interesting thing about Ravensburger is, while they do not have the world record for the largest jigsaw puzzles ever made, and you can go look those up on Wiki, they do offer in their inventory 2 puzzles that are over 40,000 pieces. Both of which are Disney themed, because since they are clearly a licensed representative for the Disney brand name, and the puzzles measure 22.5 feet by 6.5 feet. Immense puzzles, which someday I would love to build if I had an empty room in my house and could keep people out for probably 6 months. Don't even know how I would make a video out of that thing, but someday I'll try. As this is a classic Disney film, the individual artists are not listed on the box. If you would want to know who they are, you'd have to go watch the original 1973 version of Robin Hood and look for all the names at the end of the at the end of the movie, or all the talented Disney studio folks. Watch it with your kids. It's a great movie, or on Disney Plus nowadays, right? You can get everything. Interestingly, I went and looked this up on IMDb, and the list of errors and mistakes that are in this movie is quite long. I'm surprised with an animated film that they would make so many mistakes. One of the funnier or interesting was I believe it was a little rabbit wearing a cast on its leg, going around on crutches. Well, apparently throughout the movie it switches from the left leg to the right leg, back and forth. So I never noticed, of course. I haven't watched it since I was a kid, or as an adult watched it with one eye, so to speak. But give them a read, it's interesting stuff. Alright, let's talk strategy. Having just built, and I'll plug my other videos here, having just built Hades, the Evil Queen, Ursula, the Queen of Hearts, Ratigan, and one more sitting next to me, and one more on the board being worked on, we have certainly learned what is the efficient way to build this puzzle. And in this case, it's don't build the border first. You will frustrate yourself and waste precious time building something that is arguably not worth building, because it actually doesn't lend itself to making the puzzle any easier. So we did what we always did. We focused on the game piece in the center of the puzzle, and I say game piece because these puzzles are based on some sort of Disney game. And in this case, it is a golden, I would say, chalice. Something like that. That, and of course the main character, Prince John himself, have some of the most distinctive colors in the game, so that's where we start. The other thing that we have learned building so many of these is that you pick out the brightly colored images within all the little picture frames, the scenes from the movie itself, and then from there you start building the frames around them. And then for the pictures that are either repetitive or not as distinct, focus on the picture frames. Most of them are unique. There may be some subtleties that at first glance make them seem the same, but typically they are not. And then once you've built enough of the picture frames, the infill happens naturally. There isn't much of what I refer to as the hunt and peck method at the end of the puzzle. It's usually not much left when you get to the last couple pieces in the box, and then weirdly the border last. Alright. This is a 1,000-piece puzzle, and it took us 3.5 hours to build, which has kind of become our norm for this particular collection. Let's review the puzzle. I'm going to review the puzzle in 4 categories on a scale of 1 to 5. The first category is the puzzle material quality itself. The paperboard, the image, how well did it bond to it? Are the pieces flexible? Are they do they feel like they could break at any moment? Things like that. Well, despite being made from recycled material, which I have found many negative instances of that, this is going to work out to be just the perfectly average 3. It is made from a pretty firm blue chip recycled material, so the quality there it's average, right? It doesn't detract from the build in any way. After the material quality, the next important characteristic is the cut of the material. So this can make a great looking puzzle terrible to build, or a not so pretty puzzle fine to build because the cut quality is superior. In this case, it's a 3. They've all been right in this range. Ravensburger is pretty darn consistent. It makes a big difference when you're building a puzzle that if you put a piece in, it fits there, and you can be confident that it fits there, and you don't have to worry that you've misbuilt, sections of it. There will be the occasional misplaced piece, but it's pretty minor in this case. The third category is difficulty. Well, I have to give all of these puzzles a 2. Having built so many, it's almost like building the same puzzle again and again. Yes, the pictures are different, but the strategy is the same, and the format is the same of all of the puzzles. And with a 3.5 hour build time, I don't think any of these have taken more than 4 hours. I can only give this a difficulty of 2, but still enjoyable. The third category, the most subjective of all the categories, is frameability. If I was the type of person that built this puzzle once, would I seal it and hang it on the wall? Is it a piece of beautiful artwork? Is it a poster? Or is it something no one would ever want? Well, I'm going to give this a 3. It is literally a poster. I mean, I could see someone who loves this game, plays this game, would want all of these posters hanging in their room just because they're a fan. Is it artwork? Well, no, but certainly plenty of artists involved in making it. So again, giving it a 3. Overall, combine all those scores, not necessarily in a linear manner. What's my overall impression of the puzzle? It is also a 3. It is enjoyable. I'd build it again. It's a quick, easy build. Certainly would loan it to someone and be confident that they would enjoy the experience and not be irritated that I lent them something awful. It's definitely not the case here. This whole collection has been a lot of fun. I truly am looking forward to building the rest of them. I think I own most of them. I might still have to buy 1 or 2, have to find them online somewhere. But they are fun. You end up reminiscing about the movie itself and talking about all the scenes and the characters, and then the stuff on the IMDb website is always interesting about what it took to build the puzzle, to make the movie, and who's in it, and things of that nature. At the end here, you're going to see me take the puzzle apart and put the edge pieces in a plastic bag. No, that's not cheating, that's just saving myself 20 minutes next time, or less, 15 minutes for sorting the puzzle. If you like the video, go ahead and click the like button, maybe even subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate everyone who takes 10 minutes out of their day to watch one of these videos, and hopefully it inspires you to pick up some puzzles on your own. It's a great pastime, and it's also apparently on the upswing in our current climate where everyone is staying home and doing stuff. So get some of these, build them with your family, or even watch the movie. Alright, well, thanks everyone. I look forward to bringing you more puzzle videos in the very near future.